ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Dave Bautista. Not quite sure why you're called the muscle. I'm not understanding that.
I've met most everybody here, all right?
So there's nothing to talk about then. All right, I'm just gonna chill here for 45 minutes. How you doing? How's Columbus treating you?
Pretty good. Yeah, I haven't really done anything since I got here. I went to sleep. I woke up. I came here.
Do you have a chance to go do something like after the show today?
No, it's been kind of crazy because I just came back from Germany. I was in Germany this week for Bond and came straight here. So I'm a little bit out of it.
Also, Bond's still shooting then.
No. We were there just on initial promotional stuff.
Oh, promotional stuff. Awesome.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I've seen clips.
Damn.
It's pretty awesome.
How cool is that you get to be, I assume, a Bond villain, right?
You can assume.
How is it cool just to be in a Bond franchise?
It's weird, man. Honestly, it's so weird, man. It's the whole thing has just been kind of crazy, kind of surreal for me. Because it really just hit. Like for 3 years, I couldn't get a job. I was just auditioning, trying to get jobs. And I got Guardians, and kind of couldn't believe that I got that. And then when it came out, it blew up so big, and I just started getting phone call after phone call, getting offered off. So this is actually the first year I've been able to make a living as an actor.
And well, I think it's well deserved. Were you typecast as a wrestler? Was that the issue?
That was the thing. That was the reason I was turning down a lot of jobs that I was offered because they were, I didn't want to get typecast. So I actually, I took acting pretty seriously, and I wanted people to know that I was taking it seriously. I just didn't want to be a big musclehead, or going and playing a big musclehead, typical action stuff. I just didn't want to do it.
I can see that, absolutely. Well, I'm thinking, and I'm pretty sure the room would agree, that the persistence is paying off now with being in a Marvel franchise, 007, Kickboxer. I mean, you got some nice momentum going right now. What's next? Where do you go from here?
Well, here.
You'll be here.
I'll be here for a little while, then I'm going to go into the other room. And
Okay, fair enough. The green room, the restroom. Let me ask you this, one more thing about 007 here. A lot of talk that Daniel Craig may be done with the James Bond role. Right. You get to work with them. What are your thoughts on this?
Put me right on the spot.
Yeah.
I've heard the same rumors, and I've actually talked to him a little bit about it, and I don't know. I don't think it's confirmed that he's done, but I mean, I do know.
What I hear, they're looking for a good old boy from Alabama to fill that role. They're looking for somebody with an accent that's not necessarily a British accent. I don't know. What do you think, Dave?
It works for me, man.
Yeah, works for me. What? You want me to sit down? Yeah, we can do that. So, Mr. Bautista, tell me, what was it like working with Michael Rooker?
It was the most amazing experience ever. I learned so much, and he's just so easy to look at. He's just so good looking, and so intelligent, so well spoken, and he's such a well-endowed man. He's my idol.
I know. Yeah, his body is. Yeah.
Did I cover it all?
Amazing, isn't it?
It's amazing.
He's got every joint in his body is swelling up. Like I got a bad knee right there, and then my shoulder is bad. Sometimes both shoulders hurt. So I'm like, what the hell's going on with me? I want to be Dave Bautista, but I ain't. So tell me, Dave, did you enjoy working on that British film as opposed to the American film that was filmed in Britain? Which did you like best?
Guardians.
Oh, yeah, right, man.
I'm not afraid to say publicly that I have had more fun with You know.
Oh yes, I
More
know.
fun on Guardians than I've ever had doing anything in my life. It was just so much laughter, so much camaraderie. It was just, were you ever serious? It was just fun.
You know what? I never got a chance to work really with that little rodent thing. The Rocky Raccoon guy.
Rodent thing.
Well, you don't know what it is because really, it's not really a raccoon. Yeah, I mean, it's more intelligent than you usually. Yeah, I mean, it can build. Yeah, it's very intelligent. It's been manipulated.
Ain't no thing like me except me.
That's right, baby, that's right. Well, we had a great time on Guardians of the Galaxy, and I thank Dave here for allowing me to bust up his
Like I had a choice.
Well, Dave, I don't know how you do these things. You do a lot of Q&As?
I don't, because they're just, I don't know.
Yeah, he's shy, a little bit shy.
Yeah,
Elvis, being shy. Elvis was shy.
Rooker, he's a bit shy as well.
I've always been very shy. I'm a total introvert. Everybody knows it. And they're just wondering, how is it possible that I actually can speak in front of people? And I tell you what, I just don't know. I have no idea what's going to come out of my mouth.
Nobody does.
My next breath,
That's why we're all waiting for it.
I don't even have an inkling of what I'm about to say.
So, can I tell my favorite Michael Rooker story? Do you want to hear my Michael Rooker story? This just sums him up.
Go for it.
So, flew my fiance over to London where we were filming Guardians of the Galaxy. Have you heard this story? Yeah. So, I fly her over, she comes over, and she's very, like myself, she's very quiet, very shy. I go to introduce her to Rooker. I said, Michael, I want you to introduce, and before I got that out of my mouth, he had picked her up and started running away with her. So I'm standing there in the middle of the introduction. All I only see is my fiance's face looking at me.
I'm running away.
And I'm just saying, bring her back.
Who is this crazy person?
Bring her back. So that, I think that pretty much sums up Michael Rooker.
Dave leaves out a good part of the story. Afterwards, Dave said, "Don't do that again." Okay.
That's not okay. In what universe is this okay?
Exactly. Oh my God. You guys are ready? You ready for The Walking Dead Season 6? Who's ready for that? Who's ready for that? Because it's going to be killer. It's going to be awesome and it's going to be great. All my buddies are in there and they're going to have a lot of fun doing it. But what I'm ready for is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. James Gunn. You know what? I don't know about you, Dave, but oh, that's nice. M&M's? That's your dinner? M&M's and a little skewer.
Blood sugar's getting a little low.
Something's there. I don't know. Eat it. James Gunn is awesome. He wrote these awesome three-dimensional roles. As an actor, whenever you get a script, you read the script and go, yeah, this would be cool if this would happen maybe, or this would happen maybe. Just to fill in some of the holes in this character's development. But you don't have to do any of that with his scripts. They're there.
And he adapts as he goes, and the best thing is when you're reading a new line and James has stuck the line in there, but he hasn't told you, and he's just waiting for you to read it, so because he's sitting there giggling laughing at you, like, where are you going? I don't remember this line.
How about
Because they're so ridiculous.
How about when he writes blah, 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 and of course, I never say blah, blah, blah. I end up saying and he's like listening, going like, and then so he gets it, and then he starts feeding me lines, babaloo booly booloo boo booly boo. And then I, of course, interpret that as you know, and we go on for like 10, 15 minutes in that scene until, you know, most of us are practically peeing our pants. It's just unbelievable stuff that we do. Dave Bautista, I love you. You are so cool.
I love you too, man.
Get your blood sugar up. I'm gonna go and ice my knee. And I think you guys are just amazing. Thank you for coming out and seeing us. And thank you for showing the love to Mr. Dave Bautista. Is he not an amazing Q&A-er?
Worst ever.
Here, make it like stereo. Hello. Does that make a difference? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know, it's weird, isn't it?
Any other Guardians want to crash this panel? Okay, all right. Well, thank you for that drive-by Michael Rooker there. Let's get to some fan Q&A. These guys have been very patient here. We'll start with the youngin'.
If the WWE asks you to come back, will you come back?
Yes. I mean, it's not that I don't want to go back. Just right now my schedule doesn't permit. I actually did recently try to go back. We just couldn't get the dates figured out. And what I wanted to do is steal a page out of Chris Jericho's book and go back and do house shows, which are untelevised events, which to me make more sense because it's just me and the audience, or the entertainers in the audience, and you don't have to worry about the creative stuff that TV's shoving down everybody's throats. So to me that sounded more appealing. So I did try to work it out, but it just didn't work out. Hopefully it will soon because I miss him.
Throughout your career, what was like what would you say like the biggest challenge of your career going from like wrestling to acting?
I think the biggest challenge was actually just familiarizing people with who I am as a person instead of, you know, the guy they saw in WWE. Because when you know, the guy they saw in WWE was kind of a one-dimensional character. It wasn't the type of character that I wanted to play in films, and I also just didn't want to get typecast as that guy. You know, that guy's easy to play, and they could stick me in 100 movies and always be the same guy, and that's not what I wanted to do. I really wanted to pursue acting. So that was the thing. It's just kind of get people familiar with myself. That just meant knocking on a lot of doors, a lot of auditions, a lot of meetings, and it wasn't easy because just, you know, when people perceive you to be a certain way, especially with the way I look, you're just kind of stuck in that, and I just didn't want to be stuck in it.
One more quick question. How difficult was it to like adjust to like the CG screening, like Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, it was. You know, it wasn't too bad, man, because we had, you know, the sets that they had were ridiculous, man. I mean, Marvel. They just didn't cut any corners, man. The sets were very elaborate, very large, very elaborate, and it was kind of easy to get kind of sucked into it. It wasn't probably as much green screen as you would think, because I mean, a lot of the cities were, there were actual sets. A lot of the larger, when you go out and see like parts of space, and that was CGI. But we didn't, you know, a lot of stuff was just done on set. And also like the stuff that we did with like Rocket and Groot, who would have been animated in a film, or CGI in the film, but we had actors playing the part, so they were easy to like interact with them, and so it wasn't that much of a challenge, man, because they're really talented actors.
Thank you.
Hi. How did you get the role for Guardians of the Galaxy, and did you have any second thoughts when accepting the role?
Oh, hell no. No, I fought for this role, and it was like a long auditioning process. I mean, I'm talking about like 3 or 4 months of auditions. It was auditioning, I think 3 or 4 auditions, like 3 or 4 screen tests. So it was a long, lengthy process. And now when I was told that I got the role, I broke down because I didn't think, even my agent, when I went into audition for the role, my agent gave me really, you know, low expectations. He was like, you know, it's a really long shot, but it's for Marvel, it's a big film. So I want to send you into audition for this. I'm like, you know, so I didn't have high hopes. And they actually called me back the same day and said, would you stay in town and come read for the director? And that's when I started really just, like, oh my God, this is real. So now I fought really hard for this role, but I never had any second thoughts.
This video is sponsored by the Crazy Kings of Toys. Check them out for all your toy needs and find out why they are so crazy. Find them on Amazon, eBay, Bricklink, and Facebook. Links are in the description. Toxic Pop has a new Facebook page. Like it to see pictures and keep informed about our upcoming events and videos. A link is in the description. Go to www.facebook.com/toxicpop1.